Today, in this session, we are starting the class 12 biology. First, we are reading the reproduction in organisms. Okay? First, we will see the introduction. Now, okay. Now, reproduction. Now, what is by reproduction? Reproduction is a characteristic feature of all organisms for continuation of species. So, it is a characteristic species that is a common feature for all organisms. Okay, the first. Now, the ability of living organisms. What is reproduction? Reproduction is the ability of living organisms to give rise to the young ones with the reproduction of its own kind. But of its own kind. Now it is not an essential process. It is an essential process, but not only helps in the survival, but also continuation of species. Okay. Now reproduction is the process of organic evolution. It is the process of organic evolution by transmitting advantageous variations to the offsprings. That is why variations are there. Now, what is in my lifespan? Lifespan is a period from birth to the natural death of an organism. It's called lifespan. Now, lifespan of an organism include 4 stages. What are the 4 stages we will see? It is juvenility, maturity, aging and senescence, and then death. Now, juvenility means when the organism is born, the stage when the organism starts to reproduce, develops capacity to reproduce. Or maturity. Now the organism starts to reproduce. Now, aging and senescence. That means after some age, the body parts will stop doing actively, so the metabolism will decrease and the growth and then all the processes stop. Progressive deterioration, that means the progressive declination of body of living organism is called aging. Terminal irreversible state of aging is called senescence. That means the body will stop doing all the functions. It's called senescence. It means the body will do, but up to some extent. Death, permanent cessation of all vital activities. So the organism will stop to do the functions. Now we will see the modes of reproduction. Okay, the modes of reproduction. Okay, the modes. Modes of reproduction. Now there are 2 types here. They are saying that there are 2 types of reproduction. What are the 2 types? The 2 types are sexual reproduction and asexual reproduction. Now sexual reproduction involves the 2 gametes. 2 gametes. Okay. Now here it involves only 1 gamete. So it is known as amphimixis and it is known as amphomixis. Sexual reproduction means gametic and the asexual is non-gametic. Now we will see about the sexual reproduction. Sexual reproduction. Okay. The production of offsprings by formation and fusion of gametes. That means how the sexual reproduction occurs by formation and fusion of gametes. That is why the offsprings are produced. Now we will see the characteristics. Now what are the characteristics? Here the 2 parents are involved. Now what are involved? The 2 parents. And what are formed? Gametes. How it takes place? By fertilization. Now what the characteristic to the parent? They show the similarities to the parents. Show characters of both the parents. Now, as meiosis takes place, due to meiosis, it shows variations, and it is a slow process. The process is so slow. Okay. Now, it takes place in higher plants and animals, and also some protista group. Now, the examples are Monocystis, Plasmodium, and Paramecium. These three are the examples. Now, these are the examples. Now, we will see what are the types of sexual reproduction. Okay, the types of sexual reproduction. There are two types of sexual reproduction. One is syngamy and one is conjugation. Now, it involves complete and permanent fusion of two haploid gametes. That means it is complete fusion of what? Two haploid nucleus. That means gametes to form a diploid zygote. Now, haploid means young. And here also n. So n plus n gives rise to 2n. Here it is 2n. Now, when both type of reproductive organs are present in separating parents, they are called unisexual or dioecious. Because when the reproductive organs are in the respective parents, they are called as unisexual, like human beings. Or dioecious. What are the examples? Papaya and mulberry. Now, when they are present in the same parent, that means male and female are present in the same parent, it is known as the dioecious or monoecious or hermaphrodite or bisexual, we can say. Monoecious, hermaphrodite and the bisexual. Now, what are the examples? Chara as well as the maize. Now that it is a self-fertilization or cross-fertilization or anisogamy or isogamy. Okay. Now we will say about individually. First, now endogamy means gametes are derived from the same parent. Okay, the gametes are derived from the same parent. Exogamy means derived from the different parents. Now, the anisogamy is heterogamy. Anisogamy means aniso. That means the gametes are not of the same type. That means morphologically and genetically they are different from each other. So, morphologically and physiologically different. Now, the fourth one means they are fusion of similar gametes. That means they are morphologically and genetically they are same. What are the examples of the endogamy? Tinea solium. What is a Tinea solium? It is a platyhelminthes. Platyhelminthes. Okay. Now it is all vertebrates. That means fishes, amphibians, reptiles, and mammals. Now, anisogamy means mammals, frog, as well as fish. Now, isogamy. Isogamy means in monocystis. Now, conjugation. That means it is a temporary pairing for exchange of genetic material. It is a temporary pairing of parents. That means the parents are temporarily paid for which exchange of genetic material. Now it is also known as conjugation. Now what are the examples? Paramecium. Okay, this is the type of sexual reproduction. Sexual reproduction is of two types: syngamy and conjugation. Now syngamy is again of two types. That means four types: endogamy, exogamy, and isogamy, and isogamy. Endogamy means they are derived from the same parent. Exogamy means they are derived from the two different parents. And anisogamy means the two gametes are morphologically and physiologically different. Isogamy means the two parents are of two gametes are of the same type, that means genetically, and morphologically they are different. Conjugation means the two parents are temporarily fused for the exchange of genetic material. Now, the example is paramecium. Okay. Now we will see the next. Now the asexual reproduction. Okay. Now asexual reproduction we will see. As we know, sexual reproduction means there are two gametes involved. Now here in asexual reproduction, only one gamete is involved. Production of offsprings by the single parent without the formation and fusion of the gametes. Here the gametes are not fused and not formed. It is called asexual reproduction because there are no two parents required. Only single parent can manage. Now the characteristics are a single parent is involved and the single parent is required. Now gametes are not formed. Now fertilization does not takes place. Mitosis takes place. But in sexual reproduction, meiosis takes place. Organisms reproduce sexual reproduction are genetically and physiologically similar to the parents. That means they are developed sexual reproduction are genetically identical to the parent. Okay. Now here the multiplication is rapid, but in the sexual reproduction it is slow. As new organisms are produced from somatic part, it is called somatogenic. So sexual reproduction are genetical, and here it is called somatical part. That means the part of the body without the somatic part. It is a somatic part. Now it is called as somatic reproduction. Now asexual reproduction takes place in lower organisms like Monera, Protista, sponges, coelentrates, and in some plants. Now it takes place in which one? Monera, Protista, sponges, and coelentrates, and some plants. It does not take place in which? Vertebrates and in higher invertebrates. Okay? Now I will again say the characteristics. Here single parent are involved, but in sexual reproduction two parents are involved. Now gametes are not formed, but in sexual reproduction gametes are formed. Fertilization does not take place, but in sexual reproduction fertilization takes place. Here mitosis, in sexual reproduction meiosis. Here in asexual reproduction organisms are similar, but in sexual reproduction they are not similar. But in sexual reproduction it is slow. As new organs are produced, it is called from the somatic part, but in sexual it is called genetic. Now asexual reproduction takes place in lower organisms, but sexual reproduction takes place in vertebrates and higher invertebrates. Now we will see about the modes of reproduction. That means asexual reproduction. Okay, now modes. Okay, we will see the modes. Asexual reproduction takes place by 8 modes. Now the first mode is fission, sporulation, budding, plasmotomy, and fragmentation, regeneration, spore formation, and the gemma formation. First fission. Fission means division. The parent body divides. As I said, it is divides into 2 or more daughter individuals. Okay, here it divides into two or more daughter individuals. Now the types there are wide. Now we will see the modes of fission. First, it is binary fission. Now the binary fission, division of parental body into two nearly equal daughter individuals. That means binary. Binary means two. It divides into two daughter individuals. During which season? During favorable season. During favorable season, the organisms they divide into two equal daughter individuals. This is the binary fission. Now we will see the modes. I think there are three modes: simple or irregular fission. That means the fission is simple or irregular. Cytokinesis takes place in any direction. And here it is saying irregular. That means it takes place from any direction, but it is perpendicular to that of karyokinesis. Karyokinesis means nucleus. To the nucleus division is perpendicular always. Okay? The example is amoeba. Simple or irregular fission means the cytokinesis takes place in any direction, but perpendicular to the nuclear division. The example is amoeba. Okay, now we will see the longitudinal fission. Okay, longitudinal fission. Okay, longitudinal fission. Cytokinetic plays along longitudinal one. Okay, it takes place along longitudinal. Look here. Longitudinal axis. Longitudinal axis. It takes place along longitudinal axis. Okay. If the example is euglena. We will see the diagrams in the last one. Okay. Okay, we will see the transverse. Yeah, transverse binary fission. It takes place along which one? It takes place along transverse axis. But longitudinal fission will take place along the then longitudinal axis. The example is paramecium. But in the longitudinal, the example is the example is euglena in the longitudinal fission. Now we will see about multiple fission. This parent body into multiple daughter cells during which season unfavorable. But binary means the favorable season. So increase the chance of survival of daughter individuals. Chances of survival of daughter individuals. The examples are Plasmodium. Look here, transverse is paramecium. Here it is Plasmodium, amoeba, and Monocystis. Okay. Okay, we have completed the multiple fission. Now we will see about this sporulation as well as budding. Okay. Now sporulation. Sporulation means spores or cysts will form during unfavorable season first. So amoeba forms a hard covering or cyst around itself. So during unfavorable season, the amoeba will form a cyst. Okay? During unfavorable season, amoeba will form a cyst around itself. It is known as ensization. It is saying that outside one. It is known as ensization. Now, during favorable season, ensization amoeba divides in by multiple fission during favorable season and produces many multiple minute amoeba. Many minute amoeba. And cyst wall will burst and spores are liberated. It is known as sporulation. So, During unfavorable condition, the amoeba will form a cyst around itself and outside surface. It will form it is called ensization. During favorable condition, the cyst wall will grow and spores are formed. And from this, the multiple amoeba will come. It is known as sporulation. Now we will see the budding. Budding means a small projection or bud is called a form. That means from the parent body, a small projection or bud is formed. It is called bud. Bud. Now new individual is found of mitosis. As we know, from the asexual reproduction, it takes place to the mitosis. It is a common method of asexual reproduction observed in some protozoans, lower animals such as sponges, coeloterate, annelids, and tunicates. Okay? Now it is common in which organisms? It is common in some protozoans, lower animals like sponges, coeloterate, annelids, and tunicates. Now there are two types. One is exo, that means outside. Thus, bud will form outside. In exogenous, bud is formed out the outer surface of the parental body. It is formed on the outer surface of the parental body. The examples are Scypha and Hydra. Okay, Scypha and Hydra. Look, as you see here, it is the body. Now, look, as you see here, it forms a bud here, and it will develop gradually. Okay, after some time, it will form some large, and at last it forms the daughter. First, it forms a small bud. After that, it will expand. It will form a small daughter. Or it will develop into a new daughter individual. Okay, now we will see the inner one. Okay, inner one. In endogenous budding, buds called gemmules are formed on the inner surface of the parental body. So it is the inner one. So it is the inner membrane. Here is the inner membrane. Now on the inside there are small buds called gemmules are formed. Look, this is the gemmule. Now, a gemmule of Spongilia, the example of one Spongilia, consists of mass of undifferentiated cells. That means in endogenous budding, there are in gemmule of Spongilia, there are mass of undifferentiated cells called archaeocytes. So the archaeocytes are present in which one? Gemmule of Spongilia. They are in examination they will ask in which budding? Endogenous budding. So it will be perennation and dispersal. That means during unfavorable season it will perennate to the other surface. Okay. Now we will see plasmatomy and fragmentation. Okay. Now we will see. Okay. Now we will see about plasmatomy. Multinucleate protozoa divides into several small multinucleate daughters without nuclear division. That means here the nucleus will not divide, only the plasma membrane will divide. Look here, multinucleate protozoan divides into several small multinucleate daughters without nuclear division. Now it occurs in Opalina and Pelomyxa. Okay, it takes place in which organism? Opalina and Pelomyxa. A fragmentation. The parent body divides into small fragments. Look here. Parent body divides into two or more fragments. That is small fragments. Now again each fragment develops into an organism. It is same as the budding. Budding means the some buds will form. But here the buds are not formed. The parent will directly divide into the fragments. The examples are algae, fungi, bryophytes and pteridophytes. The examples of fragmentation are algae, fungi, bryophytes and pteridophytes. Now regeneration. The last part are regenerate or the whole organism will regenerate into a new organism. We will see. Now it was first observed in Hydra. So Hydra will do the budding as well as the regeneration. And it was first observed in Hydra by Abraham Tremblay. Okay. Now first it was observed by Abraham Tremblay in Hydra. The first regeneration means formation of whole body of organism from a small fragment. That means from a small single fragment, the whole body will form or replacement of the lost part. Okay, the examples are Planaria and Hydra. So the lost part will develop or from a small fragment develops into a large organism. Now there are two types. Reparative, that means the repaired tissues will damage. That means the damaged tissue will regenerate. Damaged tissues can be regenerated. Okay. Now restoration. Several body parts can be redeveloped. That means if body parts are damaged, they can be redeveloped. This is called restoration, reparative or restoration. Now we will see about the spore formation. And as well as the first we will complete these two. Now spore formation. Now what is meant spore formation? The spore will form. So spores are minute. That means that minute. Single cell structure. Spore is single cell. It is minute. Spore formation takes place in algae, fungi, monera and protista. Okay. Now it takes place in which organism? Algae, fungi, monera and protista. Okay, and now spores are minute and single cell structures. Now there are 5 types. Zoospores. Zoospores are flagellated motile spores. You will see the diagram in the last stage of the chapter. Zoospores are the flagellated mobile. That means they have flagella and they are motile spores. The examples are Chlamydomonas and it is now Conidia. They are non-motile spores. And exogenous on the outside. That develops on a plasmodium, like penicillium. That is fungi one. Or special hyperstructure. We have read in the biological classification there are special fiber branches called conidiophore. So conidia will form on the conidiophore. Now the chlamydophores. Thick-walled spores capable of withstanding long unfavorable conditions. So, during unfavorable conditions, some organisms produce spores that are thick-walled, that are capable of withstanding long unfavorable conditions. The example is Rhizophus. Okay. Now, sporangiospores. They are non-motile spores that within the sporangia. That means they are non-motile. And they are inside within sporangia. The example is mucor. Now, oida in fungi has some branches called hyphae. It breaks down into small fragments called oida. Okay, this is the one. Now we will. Spore formation means spores are minute and single cell structure. Now it occurs in algae, fungi, monera, as well as the protista. Zoospores, they are flagellated motile spores and they are occur in chlamydomonas. Now conidia, they are non-motile spores and produce exogenously or special hyperstructures. They are called as conidial spore. Now penicillium, the chlamydomona, thick wall spores capable of withstanding non-unfavorable conditions. Example, rhizophus, sporangiosperm, the non-motile spores produced within sporangia. Oida, it takes place in fungi. The highway breaks into small fragments known as oida. Now we will say about gamma formation. The specialized structure. Gamma is the specialized structure. Look, in the endogenous building, there are called gemmules. Head gamma, which are green, multicellular asexual buds. Okay, develop in small receptacles called gamma cups. Look at the thallus. Okay, it occurs in bryophytes. Okay, it takes place in bryophytes. Okay, now there are special structures which are green multicellular asexual buds that are developed in small receptacles called gamma cups and located in thalli. Now they are found in liver buds. An example is Mertensia. Okay, now we have successfully completed sexual reproduction and the asexual reproduction. Okay, now we will see the next, or we will end the session. Oh, vegetative reproduction. Okay, we will see about the vegetative propagation in the next session completely. Okay guys, we have completed this session. In this session we have discussed about the introduction as well as the sexual reproduction as well as the asexual reproduction. Okay. In the next session we will discuss about the vegetative reproduction in plants. Okay. Okay. That's all for today guys. In the next session we will discuss about the vegetative reproduction. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel Mahatma Academy. Bye bye and take care.